Hey there folks, welcome to UpgradeJunkie. My name's Jacob and today we're going to be building my editing PC. So I have my main gaming rig behind me with a 6700K and dual 1080 Ti's in it, which for editing it does a great job, but I wanted something that I could dedicate just to rendering. So any work that I do editing I can load up onto this and get my videos out there encoded. Now to power my PC I'm going to go with the Ryzen 2700X. It's an 8-core 16-thread processor. That is the workhorse of this system and should make it a breeze to do any kind of encoding. Now, for the graphics card, it's overkill for an editing rig, but I do have a GTX 1080 Ti. I don't need that exactly for my editing rig, but it's what I had to throw in it. And I'm also probably going to be using this as my HTPC as well. Now, over here, where my Ryzen 2700X is going to go, I have the Aorus Gaming Wi-Fi 5. And for storage, I have a 1 terabyte SSD and just a throwdown 1 terabyte spinning drive. I'll have my operating system on the SSD and the spinning drive is just there for any other little things I need to toss on it. I may also put in some 4 terabyte drives later and make a little NAS type system out of this as well because it's not located in my office. Now another part that I'm extremely excited to work with is this Trident Z RGB RAM by G.Skill. It is a gorgeous set of RAM. I do have 16 gigs of that. I decided not to go with 32 gigs. Basically price-wise, I didn't feel like paying $450 for 32 gigs of RAM. Hopefully with the prices seem to be dropping, I'll be able to upgrade later on for a reasonable price. All of this is going to go in this MSI C by Fractal Designs. I love this case. I picked it, one, because of the height to fit in my media center that I'm going to toss it in, and everything, and two, just because it's gorgeous. Now, honestly, it's going to be kind of wasted where I'm putting it. You're not going to be able to see through the tempered glass side, and the RGBs aren't really going to stand out as much, but at least I know it's there. And for cooling, I'm actually going to go with an AIO for the Ryzen 2700X. That's going to be a Corsair. It's a 280 millimeter model. That's actually already out of the box. It was in this build beforehand, and I just didn't feel like displaying it. But the fans I'm going to put in it, it's not going to matter that I'm hiding it, is going to be the Noctua fans. I absolutely love Noctua. I don't think there's another better fan on the market. It is the ugliest thing in the world, but it does a great job. Powerful, silent, love it. And along with that, I do have some cable extensions from Cable Mod. I am going with a semi-modular power supply, so these are just extensions, not the full substitute cables. So I went with the black and red, basically because of the MSI video card. So on top of that, I have, I believe it's a Corsair CX750. That's going to be my power supply, 750 watts. It'll be more than enough to cover this build. But okie doke, I'm gonna start this build. Hopefully I'll have a time lapse and some gorgeous B-roll for y'all. Okay, see you when I get done. Hey there folks, and welcome back. As you can see, I finished the build yesterday night. It's now Saturday morning. I was able to get Microsoft installed on that, get it booted up and everything. Had almost no issues at all with that. Now, I did do a little bit of overclocking on the actual GPU. I got that with a 80 megahertz overclock on the core and 400 megahertz overclock on the memory. With the CPU though, I wasn't getting that much out of it. I got 4.2 on all cores, but it wasn't stable, and I kind of got sick and tired of fighting with it when straight out of the box, it overclocks fine, the precision boost I mean. It gets up to a 4.35 in most of my testing, so I'm not going to overclock, and I actually wouldn't recommend anybody really overclocking this. You don't really need to. I feel with the Ryzen 2 series with that Zen Plus, that basically what they did is they got the best frequency that they could out of this chip. And that's what they gave to us. It's not really a step up in architecture. It's just an efficiency change. So I have no problem with it. I set it on there. I did a few benchmarks with it. On Firestrike, I'm getting about a 21.5, 21.6 on that. And then on Cinebench, I'm getting around 1800. So I'm not having a problem with it. I really wouldn't recommend overclocking this chip if you don't have to. It's going to be more fight than it's worth. Now, I do think this turned out gorgeous. There are a few things that didn't go the way I planned. One, the fan on the back is actually 120 millimeter only, not 140. So I had to go with the case fan that they had because I didn't have any 120 Noctuas. I did end up putting the radiator in the front as well. The top of it couldn't fit it with the motherboard. Some people can get it in if you have the right motherboard and the right RAM, but it just wasn't working with mine. So I ended up putting it on the front. Now thermals, no problem at all. I don't like front radiator that much because it always makes me worry that I'm putting hot air into my case, but I didn't have that problem. Fully loaded out on FurMark, I was only hitting 70 degrees on my GPU. When I maxed out the fans, I was only hitting 60. Now it got a little bit loud, but that's how I do plan to run it. I have a media center downstairs and I'm going to throw it in. And I end up closing the doors on that, and I have some fans in there as well to exhaust air. And I turn it all the way up to 100, so it should run at a good 60 degrees C. Now the processor runs a little bit hotter than the Ryzen 1 series. It was running about 70 degrees, which on my Ryzen 1600, that never really got past 55 degrees. With the same cooler, actually better airflow this time, it's still getting hotter. I feel, one, the 2-core upgrade is a little bit different, and the 4.3 gigahertz on the actual clock probably brings it up. Like I said, they squeezed what they could out of this. Now, I love this PC. The pictures I've taken of it and the B-roll is amazing to me. The RAM in there, I've been wanting for a while, so I'm excited about that. And then there's not much I can say. There's a lot I can say about this case. Easy to build in. The front pops right off, so it's easy to get to the fans there. And everything's simple. They have the right cutouts in the right places to pass cables through, and cable management was easy. They have a little slot down the side where you can just pull everything into. It is probably my best cable managed case that I've ever done. I love it. It's a smaller case, and it didn't fit the 280 at the top, but other than that, it's fine. Now, I do plan to have some benchmarks coming up later showing what I can get out of this, both editing and gaming, because it's going to be a beast gaming with the 1080 Ti. But okay, well, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Once again, my name's Jacob. This has been UpgradeJunkie. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day, y'all. Hey there, folks. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below, and hit that little bell icon if you want to see my videos as they come out. I hope to see you in my next video. Have a great day, y'all.